Toastmaster Ravi Kumar and Toastmaster Anmol were embroiled in a road rage. Anmol's bicycle had scraped Ravi's car, and they were voicing their fury over each other, oblivious to the fact that the traffic signal had turned green, oblivious to the fact that there was a row of cars honking to glory. An old lady hobbled to their, got out of her Maruti, hobbled up to their car, and said, "Young man, are you waiting for any particular shade of green?" They would have started bashing them up. And this is her style of expressing her anger. Toastmaster Jayanta has told us about all the ways to get over our stress. Take up yoga. I will tell you the stories of 3 of my friends who tried various ways to resolve their anger management issues. And on each of these stories are the lessons that they learned on how to overcome their anger. First of all, let me tell you, you do not get angry with strangers. Never. You do not care about them. It is familiarity that breeds contempt. You would be angry with your spouse, your parents, your friends. Most of all, you will be angry with your bosses. If you see them day in and day out, aren't you going to just want to bash their faces in? So this happened to my friend who was a new IAS officer. And in a new IAS, if you are an IAS officer, if you are seated in a bureaucratic organization, you have to get your tea or coffee. And it is a rule. There is a peon allotted and he has to get you that wonderful tea. What he did was, he would scare them. "Ramu, get my tea!" So Ramu would come hurrying up, and the glass would always be 3/4 full. Most of the time, my friend could not get him to get the full cup of tea. He scared him, he scolded him, and he did everything under his power. But it would not make any difference. So one day he said, "Ramu, this is it. I'm going to fire you off if you get me another 3/4 cup of tea." Lo and behold, the next day the tea was filled to the brim. So my friend goes about telling, "You know what I did? I kept scolding my peon and he got me a full cup. Now he gets me a full cup of tea. You must try this all with your peons as well as your subordinates." So he kept saying it, and after a week's time, when he noticed that the tea was consistently full, he decided to ask Ramu. "So, was it the effect of my scolding that made the difference?" Ramu, having overcome his anger and his fear, said, "Sir, it was not because of your threatening or your scolding. It was because of your scolding. Because of your threatening to get me off this job. So how did you manage to keep the tea in, Ramu?" "Well, sir, what I would do is I'll drink the 3/4 of the cup, bring it to office and then spit it." Now, this is what that would happen if you try your anger on your friends too. It would backfire. So, trying anger management will have different techniques. First of all, you have to know that if it's somebody you are familiar with, then better become friendly with them than try your scolding on them. Now, anger, as we see, has called to vent your fury, to rent out your ire, to give somebody the taste of the venom of your spleen. And I must also tell you that if you really want to control your anger, you must see what impact it has on others. What is the impact of your anger on somebody else? So Toastmaster Mohan Punjabi goes to a bar and says, bartender, a beer for me, a beer for you, and a beer for everyone in this room. The bartender orders the beer all around. Toastmaster Mohan Punjabi has his gulp and then leaves. The bartender shouts, hey, what about the money? He says, I don't have any. The bartender leaps off the bar and then beats the living daylight out of him. The next evening, you see Mohan Punjabi in the same bar all over again. The bartender thinks that probably he has learned his lesson by now and he has come with a pocket full of money. Mohan Punjabi says again, bartender, a beer for me, a beer for you, and a beer for everyone in this room. Everyone had their nice sip, and Mohan Punjabi leaves. The bartender calls out again, what about the money? He says, I don't have any. The bartender is furious and beats him black and blue. A few evenings later, we see Mohan Punjabi back in the same bar. And this time he says, bartender, a beer for me and beer for everyone else. The bartender says, but what about me? Mohan Punjabi says, well, I think you better not have beer because you get violent after you're drunk. So this is what, when we are angry, how our actions relate to others and how they relate to us is something that we might work notice. And last and not the least, if you want to get over your anger, you can as well try Jayanta's yogas, or you can go and find somebody who can get even more angrier than you. Like this friend of mine, Ramesh, who had to go to a village for some survey. So what he did was, he went on to this, got off the train, a very small rickety station, got onto a van driven by a farmer, and this farmer was carrying his pigs, his chicken and his hen. The pigs, chicken as well as the goat, to sell them off to the farm, to the market. And he went on saying how he's going to sell his chicken, the farm, the goats, and make a lot of money and then buy some more farm equipment. So they were talking, and this farmer forgot that there was a truck coming in front. So he swerved off the road. My friend fell into a ditch and he had probably 3 broken ribs. The farmer got off, looked at the van and said, oh gosh, my hen, they are all dead. There's no use of selling them now. He takes out a gun, bam, bam, bam. Then he looks at his hen. They are all broken, bleeding, and saying, who's going to buy all these goats? They are worthless. Bam, bam, bam. Then he goes up to my friend. How are you feeling? Are you okay? Oh, I'm all right. Don't worry. I've never felt better. If you want to get over your anger, find somebody who can get even more angry than you.